Hi guys, hope you're well. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use these light lead effects to make your Adobe Premiere transitions into a smoother and elegant kind of look to that. You can use them for your travel videos or your tech videos or whatever videos that you want to create. They're quite easy to create and also look elegant and quite modern. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, you're going to need those light leak videos. They're quite easy to find. There are plenty of light leak videos that you can find on the internet. I found mine on Pixabay. I'm going to show you how I got those. You just go to a place like pixabay.com and you want to go and look for videos. Under the videos, you want to search for something like light leaks. And then you can find quite a lot of light leaks. I will put the link of the videos that I use in my description below, but you can get them from anywhere. Particularly what you want to be looking for is a light leak effect that has like really dark and bright combinations. For example, in this video, you can see the really bright orange to black. And that's the kind of light leak videos that you want to look for. If you have a video like these ones, you can still use them. They're quite usable for light leak effects, but the best ones are the one that goes from black to white or black to really bright lights. So basically, you want to go and download these files, get the highest resolution that you possibly can. Alright, here in Adobe Premiere Pro, I've done a quick cut of the stock videos that I've downloaded from pixabay.com. So I'll put the links in the description below for you if you want to download the files and try them out. And for what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to look for the light leaks, as you can see here. For this video, I'm going to use this effect called Light 70578 from the pixabay.com. So if you look at this video quickly, you can see there are a lot of orange little flares and it goes on and off. And that's really good because that means you can use this light leak file for different parts of it and you can cut it differently. You can use it over and over without repeating the same effect. So what I'm going to look for is going to look for something that's really dark. So that's where I will set my endpoint. To set an endpoint, you can actually press I on the keyboard, or you can just click on this little icon there. You'll notice that it creates a little in there. And I'm going to drag my slider to somewhere that has the brightest part of the picture around here. Okay, this is where I want to indicate a marker there. The markers are totally optional, but they really help you in visualizing where your clips should go onto. So to do that, I'm just going to press M, or you can click on that pentagon shape icon there. So I'm going to click on that. So you notice that there's a little green icon appearing right up here. And I'm going to continue to drag my slider until it goes to as dark as possible. This is really good. So I'm going to press O, or you can click on this little icon to create that out portion of that. So this is a portion of the light leak file that we're going to use. And notice that there's still plenty of light leaks that you can use for other segments or other cuts as well. So to do that, I'm just going to drag this video from here. And notice that I position that little marker on the joint. So basically that's the joint that you want to hide right there. Right, currently if you move over, you will see the light leaks basically just taking place because it's on a video track 2, it's covering everything. So to make it, we're going to blend it, right? So it's something very similar to Adobe Photoshop style. So I'm just going to double click on the light leak and I will go to the effect controls panel. So if you can't see the effect controls panel, make sure you go to window and the effect controls are right there. And under here, effect controls panel, all you need to do is change the blending mode from normal to screen. And notice that it will already change that over here. And let me just play that for you. And that's it. That's really, really simple. I think it works really well, very effective. And for the next joint here, where the shot changes from the puppy to the shot of the guy surfing, I'm going to do the same. So I'll go back to the same transition file, but this time I will use a different one. So I'll still try to look for something that looks nice and bright. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to use here, move my cursor to where I'm going to start the darkest point of the video. I'm going to press I on the keyboard to set an in point. And I'm going to slide that, drag the slider here to somewhere that's about the brightest point. So this is where I will cover the joints with. So I'm going to press M for the marker. Notice that the marker is created there. You can use the buttons here if you want to. And I'm going to go to the point where it's really dark and I'm going to press O for that. And basically that's all I need to do. And I'm going to just drag the video from here. And just going to drop it there right there. Notice that it kind of helps you stick your marker to the joint there. I mean, completely optional, but makes the editing so much easier. Now I'm going to do the same drill. I'm going to make sure I select this video file, go to the effect controls, and go down to the blend mode, change it normal to screen. And that's it. If you look at that, that creates a really simple transition, which works really well for this, this kind of travel video here. All right, I'm going to do a more demo here with that. Again, I'm going to use a different lens flare file for this video. This is like a quick car video I've shot using a mobile phone. So there again, there are some joints there, which I want to hide. Transitions, basically, you want to hide the joints and by putting something that's interesting. So that's where the light leaks come in. So here, notice that I put an eye for there, in point, and I'll go for the brightest part. Notice this is not the brightest. Let's see how we can fix that issue with that. I'm gonna press M anyway. So this is still the brightest part of the image, although it's not as bright as I would want it to be, but completely usable. So I'm gonna drag it over. Same drill there, but when I change it to screen, and you'll still notice that the joint is still sort of visible, right? So you notice that there is a bit of a cut there. This is something I don't want it to see, but a really quick fix is just adding a dip to white. So to do that, I'm going to effects panel here. I'm going to type dip to white. Very, very simple transition. Drag it onto that little link between there. And obviously it's a little bit too long. So if you play that, it's not too bad actually, but I will actually make it shorter. And what you want to do is you want to shorten it a little bit. So just put your cursor here at the beginning of the transition and drag it like about maybe 5-6 frame duration. That should do it. That looks really good and very sleek. And same thing, I'm going to use the same file somewhere else. I think that looks good. So I'll probably go here, I for in. This is really, really good white point there. And then press an M for that. I'm going to drag over, press O for the out. Same drill, just drag it over and then try to align it right here. And just go to effect controls, screen, and that should do it. And check that out. Very, very simple, very elegant. All right, this is a little bit more things that you can add to your transition. So sometimes you notice that the light leaks effect kind of end abruptly. So to sort of ease that, fade away, you can add things like cross dissolve effects. So I'll show you how to do that. Go over there, you want to look for, again, cross dissolve, and then just drag and drop it at the end of it. Obviously, it's a very, very long effect, so I'm just going to drag the effect to shorten it towards the very end. So notice that it will sort of fade away that effect right there, so it's not too abrupt anymore. You see that how the transition fades there instead of just getting cut off. And here's another thing you can do is that sometimes you might find the effects a bit overly saturated, or you want to change the colors and so on. To do that, I'm going to select this clip over here, and instead I'm going to use Lumetri. Let me just show you how to do that. You can normally access it through the Lumetri color panel here. If you can find it, you can always look for window and look for the Lumetri color here. And from there are a few things that you want to look for. One of them, of course, is the temperature. You can make them look cooler, you can make them look warmer. What I normally do a lot is more on the saturation panel here. So saturation is where I just normally just bring the saturation down a little bit. You can also bring the exposure tiny bit if you want the effect to be less pronounced. So this is completely optional, but you can see that the colors kind of get a bit more muted instead of bright orange like we saw that earlier. Same here, you can see that. So this is it. So this is how you can use light leak effects to create transitions, to cover the joins between the two different clips in your travel videos or tech videos or whatever. And also check out my other video how I demonstrated how to use the Luma map to create transition like these. So I will put the link in the description down below as well. Thanks for watching my video, and follow me for tips on Photoshop, After Effects, Adobe Premiere, photography and video. And I will see you in the next video.